Hey, howdy. Do you got your dancing shoes on? No? Your workout shoes? All right, those are the right ones. Let's get started here. Uh, Seriously now, let's go ahead and warm up. That is serious business. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock doing a squat and twist first. So here we go. We're doing a nice center squat, and then you can go ahead and jump, twist, or if you need to modify, squat center, and you can pivot and keep everything facing the same way if you need to take out the twist, or get a little rotation if the twist is okay. We want to make sure that our mind and body, joints are lubricated, everything like that. We want to make sure we're doing that. Super important to get our warm up in. It's all part of the workout. Sometimes people want to get right down to business, but this is an essential part right here. So let's get some single arm shoulder circles here, couple backwards, couple forwards. Just focusing on one side really kind of helps you open up. When I do both sides, I'm concentrating on not smacking my arms together or wrists or hands, so I can kind of get a bigger circle here with just the one arm. Today, we have 5 stations for you. High five, 5 stations. We're doing some core and cardio today. So that is our focus, core and cardio. Let's do some power skips. So let's take that right leg back into a lunge and then a little knee lift with a hop. If you need to modify, you're taking out that hop. So step back, the back heel is up, bringing that back knee down, keeping that front knee right over that front ankle. Let's switch sides if you haven't already. Now get power skips on the opposite side. Left leg going back. If you're modifying, you're taking out that hop. Set yourself up. Go it slow if you need to. All right, let's do some jugglers. We're going for knee, knee, foot, foot. Once you got that down, you're gonna crank up the speed if you can. Kind of hopping through it. Nice, easy landing. We do wanna get that heart rate up. Seems how we're doing core and cardio today. It is an AMRAP setup, as many rounds or as many reps as possible for you here. If you need to be marching here, you can. We're right there for that juggler. Squat and twist, right back to it, nice and center. Oh, I forgot okay. You could do that one too. Or that little jump twist is even better, so you get your cardio in. So add that jump twist in. Okay, you're just continuing to warm up. All those 4 moves we just did, I'll let you know which one you're on next. I'm gonna show you the moves. So for our first setup, our first trio, our repetition number is 4. Move on to your single arm shoulder circles, please. Couple forward, couple back on one arm, then switch arms. So we're gonna take our left foot back into a split squat stance, or like you were going to do reverse lunges. So you have the back heel up, raised, lifted there. Ball of the foot is down, the toes are down. And you're gonna go down and up here. I forgot the jump part. So you do a goblet hold here. That's why we have the goblet hold, so you can add a little jump in. Please move on to your power skips, a couple on one leg, couple on the other. So you're gonna keep your legs in this position, come on down, add in a little hop. If you're modifying, you're taking out the hop and just doing that split squat. We're gonna be doing 4 on the left side, then you're gonna do a centered squat with your one weight here, a nice goblet squat. And for those squats, we're making sure the hips are going back. Oh, sorry, we're skipping a little with the jams here. Actually, don't know if you guys can hear that. So if it's not bothering you, then good. You're moving on to your jugglers, please. So your goblet squat is here. You're making sure the hips go back, but we're tucking in that tailbone, squeezing the core and glutes, and keeping those heels down for that squat, chest up. So after 4 of those, we're putting our right foot back, right heel up, and we're gonna get either that jumping split squat or that regular split squat here. And then we go back to the beginning with the left leg back for 4, doing those in 4 counts. All right, back to your squat and twist. You do not need weights for our next station here. So we'll move those out of the way. So we're gonna do a little bear side step. So what that looks like is you're going to be hands under your shoulders. I'm going to show you from the side here. You're going to tuck your toes under, knees underneath the hips, hands under your shoulders, and then lift those knees just a few inches. And then once you're in that position, nice flat back, you're going to take a couple steps to the left. You're moving on to your single arm shoulder circles, please, for your warm up. And a couple steps to the right, walking those hands and feet to the side, one way and then the other. If that's too difficult for you to keep that bend in your legs, then do an extended leg, do a couple walks side to side here in that high plank position. So after you do 8, every little step with your hands is 1. You're gonna do an 8-second plank on your elbows. Please move on to your power skips. So for your plank, you're gonna count nice and slow to 8 here. So you can be on your toes or on your knees. Once you've got 8, you're gonna drop down and do a Superman hold. Yep, 8-second Superman hold here. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing everything, lifting and holding, and then you're gonna go back to those bears for 8. All right, then the next station, we're doing 10 of everything. 10 jugglers, so you've been doing those in your warm up here, and you are moving on to those right now, jugglers, so we'll do those together. Knee, knee, foot, foot, whether you're marching or jogging through that one. So after 10 of those, then you're gonna do 10 cleans where you're using your weights here. So for this one, it's a little tricky if you haven't done these before. You're gonna be here with the chest up, press into the legs, bring it to the shoulders, squat, and then back down, that's 1. So to break that one down, you have the arms are engaged here, back muscles engaged. Please move on to a squat and twist. You're gonna press into the legs, bring it to the shoulders. Once you're here and stable, knees going same direction as those toes, squat, stand up, and then ease it back down to start. All right, after 10 of those, you're gonna carefully set your weights down, and go into those high knees, whether you're jogging through those or marching through those high knees. After 10, each leg, then you're gonna go back to those jugglers. All right, so another core station here on the ground. Please move on to your shoulder circles. Our next station is on the mat here. We're gonna come on down. We're going to press our low back into the floor. We can have the shoulders up to work the upper abs, but we're also focusing on the lower abs here with a leg lift. We're doing 15, like I said, of these. So nice straight leg lower, and then back up. You can't put your thumbs under your tailbone if that helps you, but do focus on making sure the back is supported. If this bothers your back, then don't go all the way to the ground. So after you get 15 of those leg lifts in, please move on to your power skips, couple on each side. You're gonna go to a side plank. So 15-second hold. So you're counting yourself here. Try not to do the speedy count of 15, do an actual 15 or do those 15 Mississippis. But you could also modify and have that bottom knee down for your side plank here as long as your elbow's right underneath your shoulder. So you're just gonna be doing one side plank, and then you're gonna come into a mountain climber. So driving those knees in. After you get to 15, you're gonna go back to your leg lifts. Please move on to your jugglers. So you're gonna do your leg lifts again, then you're gonna do that side plank for 15 seconds on the other side, and then back to your mountain climbers. All right, last one to show you. Lucky number is 3 here for a rep count. So you're gonna go for 3 tuck jumps. So set your pants up, that's what I gotta do. So you're gonna kind of gear up, get some air, tuck jump for 3. And then if you need to modify that one, let's see, squat and twist, please. You need to modify that tuck jump. You're gonna sit into a squat and catch some air, or if you need to take out the jump, roll to the toes. After 3, you're going to work with your weights. So I like to set them up there. Actually, I wanna set them up down here so I'm cushed out. Alrighty, so you're gonna have feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. Try to keep them straight here. Bend at the waist, nice flat back. Walk it out till you get to your weights, and you're moving on to your single arm shoulder circles, please. All right, so for your renegade rows, you can go ahead and do a push-up, and then row on one side, squeeze the back muscles, row on the other, and then walk it back. Stand it up, or you can go get more reps in. quicker by tapping the toes and going right back out. So after you get 3 of those in, that's actually recommended. So you'll walk it out, you'll do the push-up in the rows, walk it back, tap the feet, walk it back out for that push-up in 2 rows. Then we'll do 3 rocket jumps. This is your last warm-up. Power skips, please. Rocket jumps are right here, sitting into that squat, heels down when you're low, and then you're gonna reach low, reach high here. So that's what makes it a little bit different than a jump squat. If you're modifying, you're reaching, keeping the chest up, but you can keep those toes down, heels lifted. All right, okay. We are warmed up and ready to go, friends. So each section we're gonna spend 3 minutes on. So first one, you're doing 4 reps, remember? So we're gonna do that goblet hold with that split squat, left leg back for 4, center goblet squat for 4, and then split squat with the right leg back, adding that jump or not for 4. Okay, here we go, everybody. Going for, here it is. Alrighty, grab that one weight for that goblet hold setup for yourself. Ready, set, here we go. Okay, so we got that goblet hold, left foot is back. We're going to either get that jump in or no jump. After we get 4 in, we're doing 4 goblet squats. So try not to have your weight glued to your chest and try not to curl your shoulders forward. So after 4 of those goblet squats, you're gonna do right side, either with the jump or without for 4. After that, you're going back to the left side and starting the round all over again. Going for 4 still. Nice work. Either with the jump or without, and then goblet squats for 4. 4 is the number every time. Good work. Get into a rhythm. You might not even need to count those 4, you can just feel it. If it helps you to count, either with or without the jump on that split squat. If you have heavier weights, please don't jump with those, especially if you feel unstable. After you get 4 in, you're moving on. Remember, left side, back, split squat, nice and center for those goblet squats, and then your right leg going back. Nice, good. Make sure those heels stay down, chest stays up. Nice engagement in the back while you're holding that weight. Press those shoulders back. You are already done with your first minute and you're well into the second here. Get your 4 on. Whoop, whoop. All right, our heart rate is definitely elevated here because you're working with that control and that weight, jump or no jump. All right, I'm gonna tell you, when you're in your final minute, you're getting there. Way to work. If it helps you, get a little countdown in, then set your own timer, as long as you're not too glued to the clock or limiting yourself by watching that countdown. All right, we're in our final minute, everybody. Woohoo! Core and cardio is a tough setup, and so is AMRAP. So when we put them together, it's a double challenge. So if you're feeling it, then that is normal for this particular setup, especially because we doubled up on you. All right, keep it up. 33 seconds left. You should be breathing hearty here. Oh, I forgot my little spit cover there. I gotta talk without spitting. All right, keep those 4s up. 4 of each one, with or without the jump on those split squats. You're down to the home stretch here. You're in it. Good, way to breathe. Almost there. Good form through all those reps. All right, last few seconds. We're gonna get a nice break in between rounds. Coming up here. All right. Whoo! Okay, no weights for the next station. Let's grab a sip of water, shall we? Forgot mine in the back here. Hopefully I don't sound too loud without the little buffer thingy, little pom-pom as Marlene calls it, on there. We're gonna start the next one in a few seconds. Grab that sip. Okay. It's my jam right here. Okay. We got eight counts of 8. So 8 is our number. We're gonna do that bear side step, 8-second hold in the plank on the elbows, and then an 8-second hold on the stomach and ribs here, pelvis and ribs, for that Superman or Superwoman. Okay, so come on down. We're gonna do that bear first. Let me set you up. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders, nice flat back so you're not here or here. So try to get that nice neutral spine. Tuck the toes under and lift. Then you're gonna take 2 little steps to the side, right and left. If you need to be in a high plank position to modify, then you could do that. Stepping for 8, and then 8 and 8's the rep count. Ready, here we go. All right, little controlled steps. So every little step you make, so that left hand going and then the right hand coming in, that's 2. Good, after you get 8 in, you're coming down to that plank, either off the toes or off the knees. If you're off the knees, the hips are way in front of the knees. They're not directly over them or close to them. After 8 seconds, hold here, off the knees or off the toes. You're bringing it down and then reaching, trying to lift up the shoulders, squeeze the glutes, lift the legs, hold it here for 8 seconds. And then once you get to 8, you are back to that bear setup. And again, if you're modifying, you could be in a high plank position. Every step with your hands, and then your feet follow is 1. So you're either in that bear position or that high plank. Get your 8 on, and then you got that plank. Set yourself up. Try to go from one move right into the next. You'd need a little breather in between, take it, but see if you can eliminate it here and there. Count those 8 seconds. And then on to the next one. Breathing through after you've been working hard to stabilize in that bear position. Holding still in that plank and that Superman is tough. Way to work, way to work. All right, back in. Keep it up here. You got your first minute done and out of the way. If you're doing the bear position, try to make sure the knees are right underneath the hips. They're not back here and bent. So check yourself, just tuck under those toes, and the knees are a few inches above the floor. After you get your 8 in, you're going down for that solid plank. Good, here is your last minute. Get into it. For your plank, make sure your hips are not sagging low, nor are they up high. Something that helps you is, where is your gaze? Your gaze should be able to be between your wrists or maybe out at your fingertips, whatever feels like you have a neutral spine. Try not to tuck under your chin or lift it too hard. Keep moving through it. All right, here's our final 30 seconds, everybody. When you're in that Superman, squeeze everything, hold and lift and reach. If that hurts your shoulders, maybe you have a shoulder injury, you can always reach back behind you here and hold that for 8 seconds. All right, keep it going. Wherever you're at, try to finish up a whole round or a whole rep set of 8. Small steps in when you're in the bear. All right, less than 10 seconds left. Keep at it here. You're close. Hold strong. Good work. All righty. We're gonna work with the weights for one of the moves on the next station, and then not on the other 2. So our rep number for our next one is 10. So you're gonna be doing 10 jugglers. We did that in the warm-up. Knee, knee, ankle, ankle. I don't need these yet. And then we're gonna do those cleans with the weights and then high knees. Here we go for 10 jugglers. Boom, boom. After you get 10 in, I'm probably gonna lose count because I'm chatting with you, so I'm gonna be guessing. But you can count your 10. You're gonna move on to those cleans. If you're marching here for those jugglers, you're right here. Go ahead and carefully grab those weights. It's good practice to get into a deep squat to start the lift of the weights in the first place. Shoulders down and back for that clean. You can do it from the floor here if you have good form. If that's too low, go ahead and start just below the knees. Nice flat back. Press into the legs. Bring the weights up to the shoulders. Sit into a squat and Bring the weights down, careful and close to the body. That's 1. All right, here we go. Press up, down, up. Good. Take your time getting into this one with good form. You're not rotating or arching your back, so you're tucking under the tailbone. Squeeze the core and glutes, head up. Bring it to the shoulders, and then right into that squat. There's your clean. Good. Press, squat. If you're not getting as deep of a depth as me, that's okay. I have a lot of flexibility in my ankles. Maybe you don't, that's all right. If you're coming from the floor here, press into the legs, bring it to the shoulders, same thing. You don't have to pause at the top, just doing that to show you. After 10 of those cleans, you're moving on to those high knees for 10. Right, left, or left, right is 1. Jumping through this one, or marching through, and then back to your jugglers. So each one of these is a heart pumper. So if you're feeling it on this one, that's totally normal. Keep it up. Try to get those knees nice and high. And then you're breathing, going back in for those jugglers. Good. That's tough to do those back to back. You got it. Keep breathing, keep breathing. This is probably the toughest station that you're gonna do. The other ones are a little bit more broken up. So you can hang with those. Go for it. Nice. After you get your 10 in, you're moving on to those cleans. Careful how you pick those up, especially if they're heavy weights. Here we go. Press into the legs. Right after you bring it to the shoulders, you're going into the squat. So think of this one as transferring gravity up and down. So you're pressing into the legs, float those weights up to the shoulders just as they come up here, so you wouldn't normally pause here. You're gonna go down into a squat, carry that weight back up, and reset. So generating power upward, then down, back up, reset. Okay, you got 7 seconds left, everybody. Whew! Keep at it right here. Boom. Nice work. Okay. Well, we don't need our weights for the next station. Go ahead and grab a sip of water. You did it. Those weights made us take a while, but after all that pump from those jugglers and those high knees, it was nice, but still tough. If you ever get through a station and you're like, I feel like I got it just the last 5 seconds, you could always do it again if you have time. Okay, now we're on our back. Give you 15 of each one. We're starting with those leg lifts, so you can keep your head up here if you want to engage the upper abs. If you need to have your head down, that's fine. Just press those shoulders down into the ground and watch your low back. Make sure it's not hurting. If you need to go part way instead of all the way to the floor, that's fine. Either way, you're drawing your navel in towards your spine. Ribs are down. This is what ribs up looks like. So press them down here. So I can still do that if my head is down. I just have to concentrate on it more and keep those shoulders down right here. So give me 15 of those. And then you're gonna do a side plank hold for 15 seconds. You can be off the side of your foot or off that bottom knee. Hold it here for 15. If you don't want to get confused, go ahead and flip over and do that side plank on the other side for the next 15. Otherwise, you're gonna go right into those mountain climbers. Get that other side plank on the next one. For your mountain climbers, hands under shoulders, extended arms, but you don't have to lock out those elbows hard. You can keep a soft bend in those elbows. Give me 15 here. You can go 15 total or 15 a leg, and then you're going back on the back for those leg lifts. Woo! Heavy core station. Way to rock that. Try to make sure there's a fist size between your chin and your chest if your head is up. And try to make sure your core is working and you're not overworking your hips. You could also be here. If you have your fingertips behind your ears, just make sure that you're not cranking those elbows in or yanking on your neck at all. Just a little support here. Nice. Try not to glue your knees or your feet together either. Give them a little space. After 15, we're doing that side plank. Either you did both your planks back to back. Here's your last minute, everybody. Whoop, whoop. Or you're splitting up those two side planks. 15-second hold. You're either off the side of the leg there, or you have that bottom knee down. Either way, that bottom hip is lifted, and then you're going right into that mountain climber. So we're getting a little ab 360 right here. Woo woo, yes. It's good times. Way to work, everybody, way to work. That's what I'm talking about. Give me 15 of those mountain climbers, full extension of the leg on the back end there, and then back down for those leg lifts. We got less than 30 seconds. This is a good one. If you want to reach your arms up, you can, or you can have them down by your sides if you feel more supported. If you can have your head up, that's great, even just for a couple. Remember, if your head's down, watch the tension in that collarbone. Give me 15 here. You got a few seconds left, just 5 left. Keep it up, keep it up. You're so close. All 15, everybody. Whoo! All right. Okay, last station, and then we got a fun finisher. So we're gonna use the weights on the middle one, just like the station before last. So go ahead and set up your weights towards the end of your mat. I just have a long mat here. So that's for the second move. We're gonna do 3 of each one. So tuck jumps are first for 3. 1, 2, 3. Or you're doing that jump squat or roll to the toes. After 3, you're going to do that renegade row out from the inchworm. So bend, walk it out. That renegade row can be done off the knees if you need to, but you're gonna be doing a push up. If you can, come to the toes, but if you need to stay on the knees for that row, that's 1. So this one's gonna take you a while. Tap those toes, come on back out, push up off the knees or the toes, and then if you need to row off the knees, you can. After that, you have to be in an extended leg position to walk it out well for that inchworm. Then you're doing rocket jumps. So it's like a jump squat, but you're gonna reach low, reach high. For that renegade row, you do have to have your feet separated. Come on back in, and then you can go right into the next one. Rocket jump, reach, reach. If you're keeping your toes down, that's the modification. And then you're going back to those tuck jumps or jump squats for 3. Nice, and then inchworm, walk it out. Push up off the knees or off the toes. If you're off the knees, they're way behind the hips. Push up, and then you can do the rows off the knees. Just make sure you're in good position here. And then extend the legs, walk it back for that inchworm. Tap the feet, come on back out. So this one's gonna take you a while to do all 3. Feet are wide again. You're trying not to wobble those hips when you do those rows. Walk it back. All right, get all 3 in here, and then you're moving on to your rocket jumps. Woo-wee. Did I do a push-up here? I forgot. You can do it at the end if you forget. All right, keep it going. It's easy to walk right back out of that inchworm and go right into your rocket jumps. You have 1 minute left. Here we go. Get in what you can. This one you gotta breathe through. Make sure you're getting in that breath. Good oxygen here. Push up off the knees or the toes. And then if you can, come to the toes for the row on each side. Squeezing the back. Inchworm, walk it back, touch the toes, walk it back out. See if you can do straight legs if you can. Breathe. Nice job. Take that elbow past the ribs for that row. All right, here's your home stretch. 15 seconds or less. Get it going. You're a moving plank for that push-up. Hips and chest go down together. Come on back up together. Keep it going here. Almost last few seconds. You got it. Finish it up. Woo! Nice job. All right. I'm gonna check our timing here. We are right at about 30 minutes or just under here. So we're gonna squeeze in a little ab work before we call it done. All right. So if you can't hear my music, if you have the song Flower by Moby, M-O-B-Y, please look that up right here. If you can hear my music, then you should be able to hear this. So we're gonna play this song, and in the song it says, Sally up, Sally down. Breathe and catch your breath here right now. Grab a sip of water. By the way, the last one was a pumper. So when you hear Sally up, you're gonna do a pull in, which is right here. You're gonna lean back, work those abs, pull the knees in, and then when you hear Sally down, you're in a hollow hold. This is the most difficult version of it. Ribs are down, navel to spine, legs are low, arms are reaching, but shoulders are up. Modification would be legs a little higher and arms reaching forward, shoulders still up. So Sally up, and then Sally down or Sally down. If this is a little bit too tough for you to go from one to the other, you could always kind of help yourself up and then hold this position for the Sally up. All right. Here we go, friends. All right. So if you can hear this, great. We already did a Sally up and a Sally down. Sally up, Sally down. You could also just follow me if you couldn't find the song and you don't want to use it. But we do use this one often, so it's a good one to try out. You could always challenge this one with your family. See if those kids want to do it with you. Your neighbor, your friend, your roommate. Challenge them to the Sally song or Flower by Moby. Here's your modification for those hollow holds. You could always hold on for a second and then come back down. If this hurts your back, then go ahead and have those legs a little bit higher. Hold it, hold it. Whichever position you're in, if you can make those legs go lower, great. If not, take them a little higher. You can hold. Good. Sally up, Sally down. Nice work. There you go. When you're down, make sure those ribs aren't lifted. They're down. Sorry, I think I missed one there chatting. All right, we're almost done. Let me check the time. Close. Here, hold it. This is it. Woo! 3, 2, 1, up. Woo! So we only did a minute and a half of that song. I'll keep it playing. So we only did a minute and a half of that song. So if you want to challenge yourself, there's over a minute and a half left in that song. So you're welcome to finish it. Or you could always do it with challenge your friend. That's always a fun one. Let's get a couple stretches in together before you go. Legs extended out in front of you. Reach towards those toes. If you can touch them, great. Kind of fold forward here. Breathing. Let's get 4 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. If it's a little tough for you to do in this position, you could always sit up and breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. And then do it again. In, out. Let's do a real slow one for this last one. Breathe it in and out. Very nice. All right, feel a stretch in my back there. Hopefully you do too while you reach. All right, let's do a cross and twist. So keep that left leg straight. We're gonna cross right over left. Go ahead and hug that right knee with your left arm and twist. You're even looking over that right shoulder. Way to go. This was a tough one. Proud of you guys. Way to go. 2 thumbs up for you. There's the second one. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Extend the right leg, cross left over right. Hug that right leg and twist. Look over that left shoulder. This is a fun song. I've heard it a ton of times before boot camp and, of course, a lot at boot camp. So I'm not sick of it yet. So that's a good sign. We don't want to ruin songs for you guys. We do Thunderstruck, we do Flower, we do Roxanne, we do the Cha-Cha Slide, all kinds of fun stuff. Let's go ahead and get some quad stretches in here. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, and then you can maybe take an arm across for each side, but we're out of time. So I encourage you to finish up with those stretches or just pause the video, turn on some soothing music, and do at least 5 minutes of stretching on your own. All right, see you next time.